Last few weeks we worked on the arm trap sequence and how to troubleshoot when things go wrong with that. This week we're going to focus on different tips and strategies for hand fighting. Okay, when I was coming up through the blue and purple belt especially, I had a lot of difficulty with the hand fighting. I felt I was always going for the choke, but I was getting stalled out and people were holding my hands and I didn't really know where to go. Okay, the arm trap is good for that, but sometimes the opponent is too squirmy, too strong. The arm trap is a bit risky. So I really need to improve my hand fighting, and hopefully some of these tips that I've gathered throughout the years will help. Okay? So the first one that has helped me win a lot of matches, choke a lot of guys that are a lot better than me in sparring, is where I'm controlling his wrist and I go to choke him. Okay? And what he does is he grabs my hand like a baseball bat style. Okay? With the hand that I'm also controlling. Okay? So I'm looking to go for the choke and I can't get to his neck here. Okay, this is the position that it looks like. Okay, it also happens, people like this control where they double up on the grip and they try to pass it over the neck. Okay, this is a really common defense. So as soon as someone grabs here, I bring my hand over the top and I try and S-grip my hands together here. Okay, now what I do is the bottom wrist pushes down and the top wrist pushes up. Okay, but I need to do it and I need to imagine that I'm doing a wrist lock to him. So you'll see my opponent's wrist gets bent right back and his fingers here. Okay, see the position over here? Sometimes I've seen people do it where they just turn very lightly, but I need to really try to press through his wrist to lock it here. Okay, once I feel his grip is broken, I control and reach for the shoulder blade again. Okay, take this hand out, peel if necessary, lock, and apply the squeeze as we did a few weeks ago. Okay, so again, either he grips, or as I'm going for the choke, he grabs baseball bat style, okay? I reach to grab an S-grip here, over his wrist and under, put the wrist lock pressure, come to the shoulder blade, cover with my chin, peel if necessary, lock, and finish, okay? You can also use this a bit more aggressively, where I can go for this straight away and use a more powerful finish on it, okay? So what I'll do here is, I'm down on the weak side, I can use this on the strong side too, it's the same thing. It doesn't matter what control I have with my legs, okay? These hand fighting tips are particularly effective with the inside body triangle, okay? The weakness of the inside body triangle is that it's harder to get to the arm trap because my leg is in between his legs instead of on the outside, okay? But if your hand fighting is good, this is my favorite place to be because it's probably the hardest one to escape for the person on the bottom, okay? So if my hand fighting is good, I go inside body triangle. And now I start to go through all the tips that we'll get to in this video. So for the first one, if I'm looking to be more aggressive with this, I'll gable grip the front of his, or I'll grip the front of his hand as if we're shaking hands here. This hand comes over the top and now I gable grip. And now the wrist lock pressure will be much stronger. I can break this here, take my hand out, lock and finish. Okay, so if he grips, I can use the S-grip version. If I can gable grip, that's good, but sometimes his grip is too deep and I can only get to my fingers, okay? If I want to do it more aggressive style, I grip here, cover, break, here, okay? The next hand fighting tip that we'll get to, I call this the seatbelt sneak, okay? And what it is when I'm holding onto the seatbelt, okay, and I feel I can't get a good control of my lower body here. My opponent is very squirmy and I need to hold on to the seatbelt as I go to the choke. Okay? I make sure I cover my choking hand all the time. And now he's going to be trying to pull my hands off and separate them. So a lot of his attention is going to be on the hand that he can get to. So as I'm doing this, watch how my hand slides down along my forearm underneath it. Okay? I can come to the armpit or I can come just before it. It doesn't make a difference. Okay? Whichever one feels safe. Now when I'm ready, I move his hand out of the way, whatever way I can, and this one sneaks up to his shoulder. Okay? Take the hand out, peel, lock, and then I can finish that. Okay? If I'm down, I can use this again. It's great with the inside body triangle. It's hard for him to move. I start to sneak it over towards the shoulder. Okay, when I feel the gap there for my hand to slip up, I slip it up, peel, and lock. Okay? This is also great to use on the strong side. Okay, again, because I'm on the strong side, I don't have the option of trapping his arm because of the nature of the position. Okay, so come to the inside body triangle, start to sneak it up here, once I feel the gap, shoot through and lock, and then I can finish. Okay? Now I'll just do one more hand fighting tip that I use a lot. Again, we'll use it from the inside body triangle, but you can use it from any type of situation you end up in. Okay? And what it basically is I reach to the hand here, control this, and now I control the top hand as if I'm going to the straight jacket. But now what I do is I pass this hand down and I cover both of them with the same hand at the same time. The problem with this is that I only get about 1 second, so I have to dig under the chin or get to the shoulder quick. Okay? It works most effectively with the inside body triangle. I fall down, control in here with the inside body triangle or the outside. Okay? Now I can open up my hands and be a bit more aggressive and he won't escape. Okay? I'm controlling here. Okay? I start to pass this hand down so I can double up, and for a split second until he peels his arms away, I have one hand versus his neck. Okay? So as soon as I get to here, I'll either go for the shoulder while his chin is down, go for the shoulder here and start to finish maybe on the jaw, or else I can try and dig under, take this out, lock and finish. Okay? Those 3 hand fighting tips and those sequences have really helped me over the last few years, and it's nice to just have a bit of direction and have something to go to when you're on the back, so that you don't end up just hand fighting without really thinking about what you're doing and giving your opponent basically a head start on an escape. Okay, so try these out over the next week in the specific training. Any questions, let me know. Anything that you're finding difficult, let me know. And then next week we'll progress on the sequence again.